Hello, hello. I was just about to put this bag of scraps, like onion scraps, when you cut them, the peels, and any little bits and pieces that are left on them, you get those into a baggie, put it along with any other scraps you make during the week. Could be roasted bones, it could be carrot, apple, even cucumber I've done, celery, whatever you got. Throw it in here, and then when you go to make stock, you have this bag in the freezer ready to go. Easy. Done. Okay, a little follow through from yesterday's video. The counter is doing really well. I only have the eggs here. One batch of the eggs already went to the chicken this morning, and then this batch will go out either tonight or tomorrow, because every time I fill it up with food, then I can mix something in like this if I want to. So yesterday we looked at one of my cabinets underneath that I said, I have no idea what to do with this. And as I was thinking about it last night, I realized that that is the perfect spot to store the 3 appliances that we use very regularly, but I don't like out on the counters. I don't like appliances on the counters. So I've been just hiding them. One of them I've been bringing downstairs. 2 of them I've been hiding in different places, the coffee pot and the toaster, and then the Instant Pot, something I never thought I'd use. My father gave me for a gift, and I love it. We use it all the time. The kids love rice. Okay, so what we're gonna do is one thing a day right now. The weather's freezing outside, there's ice. I'm gonna be doing some winter sewing, but it's the perfect time to tackle this kitchen so that come spring, it'll be ready to go. It'll be seamless. So let's get to the cabinet. So the first thing is obviously just emptying the cabinet. So I'm just gonna get down here. I've got, can you see this? A sheepskin rug. Let me scoot back from my knees because my knees are 47-year-old knees and they don't function the way they used to. All right, I'm just gonna empty this out. Okay, so now I guess we just check it out, do an inventory, and then I'll get the vacuum and I will just vacuum this whole space out underneath. So it looks like I have a lot of trays under here and a lot of muffin tins and other assorted baking things, and then casserole pans, pie plates, stuff like that. This isn't the entirety of what I have, but it's a good portion. And I had always been trying to line these up so they stood up like this, and that never worked. Everything always fell over like this. So I'm thinking that the skinnier cabinet where I have been storing some of the appliances, but all of them won't fit, is the better place to line things up so that they won't fall over. And then, I don't know, there's this little shelf up top in this cabinet, so I think the casserole dishes and things could go up there just fine. And then all of the muffin tins, the baking trays, the drying racks, things like that can go in the skinnier cabinet. I don't know, we'll see. But I'm gonna get it cleaned out, and then my goal really today isn't to even deal with these right now. My goal right now is just to get the appliances a home, and anything else I can fit in there is gonna be a bonus, because one thing a day. So if I don't finish this today, the second part of rehoming everything, that's fine. I'm just gonna kind of keep it tucked over in a little corner in a pile, and then, you know, maybe I'll get to it. I think that's the key for me when I'm doing stuff, is to not, like, if I tried to tackle every cabinet in this kitchen, I'd be so overwhelmed. It would be such a mess and nothing would be cleaned out. It wouldn't make any sense. So for me, if I go one thing a day, one project a day. Now, often I find that I have space and time and energy once I've gotten started to do another thing. So, but to put that pressure on myself, it usually backfires. So I'm not putting that pressure on myself. I'm just saying one thing today. And I do the same thing when it comes to my work. Write one thing a day or create one recipe a day, or, you know, whatever it is, one thing a day. And it tends to work out really well, because then my days are kind of sectioned off. Oh, and learn one thing every day. So every morning I try to learn something new, or just something that'll help me. You know, even if I was just looking up like, how do you organize a cupboard, which I didn't think to do. I probably should have. Lately, I've been using just a wet rag cloth and this doTERRA. I do not sell doTERRA. I am not selling to you. I'm just showing you. I like it. It's a doTERRA liquid dish soap, and I've just been putting the teeny tiniest little bit on a wet rag and then cleaning with that. Wiping things down. It just kind of goes in there, and then the oils are really good for the wood. And it's just a tiny bit of soap, but you could certainly wash it off after with just water if you wanted to. Oh, and it smells, oh, where am I? And it smells so good. I'm gonna do the outside and rub down this painted wood as well, because it gets kind of yucky over time. I do touch this up with paint quite a bit. When you have painted your cabinets, it's something you might want to do. Every few months or so, we just come in and find spots, places that are just looking like they need a little cleanup. Like right there, you can see there's a little white spot, and that would just need a little paint. I can't even tell you how much better this feels. Just knowing that I'm not gonna open it up to that disaster where I'm like holding my hands waiting for the avalanche to fall. All right, I'll do the outside of the doors once it's done. All right, I'm just gonna try to get the casserole pans in now. That's loud. Okay. Uh-oh. Okay. Unforeseen difficulty. All right. So the Instant Pot has to turn on its side without the top on. A lot of my things are like that. Because they have these, I have to turn my pots often to get them in. The toaster we use every day, pretty much. That's gonna go where I can just grab it out. And then the coffee pot I use every day. So then I've got room for something in the back behind the coffee maker. So I've got the Instant Pot, the toaster. I will have to remove the toaster when I take the Instant Pot out, but I also could just push this back and slide and make a little game of it. But I do have a spot for one more thing. This is something I use every morning, and then I put it away. And then up on the shelves, I've just got some casserole pans, which I'm sure I have more floating around to find. And that means that this cabinet is essentially done, which blows my mind. That was so fast and so easy. And then we'll just wipe down those doors and stack up all this other stuff. And I'm gonna probably get rid of some of these things too. When I think about homesteading and sort of this adventure that Dave and I decided to go on with Sweet Fern Homestead, I think about functionality, I think about sustainability, and one of the reasons that this is so important to me to do now before I'm outside in the gardens and, you know, hand in the earth, is that, you know, I want to be able to breathe in my spaces. I want to be able to easily make a batch of muffins. I want to not be like, where the heck is the baking tray and where is this and where is that? Like, some of these things I haven't seen in so long, that means I haven't used them because I don't even know they're there. They just kind of become lost in this pile. And so I just want to keep whatever it is that we are going to use, the things that are really necessary and important to us, and keep them nice and keep them long term. And know that when I'm starting to bring in the harvests in summer and autumn, that I have a fully functioning space that's ready to accept that, that's ready to take that on. So, all right, I'm just gonna go through this stuff now. So I showed you, this one's broken, but I think that I might keep this out for when I have seeds. When I start seeds in trays, and you're bringing them out to harden them off, it is so good to have something to carry them on. I usually use old baking trays that I find at thrift stores, but you know, rather than throw this away, I'm just gonna go ahead and use it for that because it's still, you're still able to carry that. So I'd be able to pull out a bunch of seeds and bring those outside. So I'm just gonna set that aside. I might change my mind. I have, this is really pretty. I was using it decoratively. I don't know what I'm gonna do with that. And then I have a trivet that I used to use when I knew where it was. I bought these cake pans. I'm not thrilled about them because they're aluminum, but I don't have an alternative right now. I have a lot of those. And then I have a springform pan. I have one springform pan, a lot of trays, which I'm gonna have to make some decisions on. Here, I'll show them to you. All right, so there's a lot of trays. I really like those trays. I've had this for a long time. I love that as well. Chloe gave that to me as a gift. And this, I think, yeah, this was a cake stand that fell off its stand, but we love it. We just think that is so pretty. That's very much our vibe. So, you know, these are keepers. You don't have to keep everything everybody gives you, but it was like one of the first things she ever picked out just for me. So that all looks really nice, right? And then this one I'm gonna have to check in with Chloe, see if she wants to keep it. This can go up with the Christmas stuff. That's cute. It says Merry Christmas. It's a tray that a plate that we used to use and leave out cookies and stuff for Santa. So I'll probably store that one. This one, I really like this one too. That one gets a lot of use. This one I think I'm gonna get rid of. This is a metal tray that had stand on it, and it was a TV stand, so it would fold away like a TV tray. And we ended up getting rid of the stand because it just was so broken and unusable, and I kept the tray. I love it. I think it needs to be displayed somewhere. I wonder if that could go in the bathroom that I'm doing. I've got this sort of French country thing going on in the bathroom. It just sort of happened. I don't know. So I'm going to put that in a pile to repurpose, find something else to do with that, along with this tray. And then I'm going to have my giveaway pile. I've got a bunch of these that go in the cake pans. Those are great to have. The rest of the ones that go on the baking sheet got a little turned around, folded up, but I am going to order a new box of those and then be able to keep them nice and flat in their new space. I don't know. I might be able to get to that other cabinet today. We'll see. And then I'm just going to go through here. So I've got muffin top tins. I've got drying, like cookie drying racks. ice cube trays. I'm gonna get rid of those. Our freezers make ice. And tons of the muffin trays. So I might just see if I need to keep all those or not. And then I'll make some final piles. I suppose this is not so bad once it was piled. Here, let me step back. All the muffin stuff, these are donut trays that I ordered on a whim. We're trying to make gluten-free donuts, but I'm not sure these are at all necessary, but I'm gonna keep them for now. I inherited these. I'm gonna see if I can clean them up a little bit. We have one mini muffin tin. I don't think I'm ever gonna use these, so that's actually probably gonna go, but I'm gonna hold on to it because you never know, this could come in handy for something else. And then I've got regular muffin trays and then 2 sets of these that I found at the thrift store that make really beautiful decorative bunt. Can you see the decoration, the design inside? Those are just beautiful. They're solid. I don't know if they're steel. I'm not sure what they are, but I do love these. None of the coating is chipped at all. I cleaned them out really well when I got them, but they were pretty much in impeccable shape. Then I use this muffin top pan exclusively for freezing dark greens in the autumn, in the summer, in the autumn. I steam the greens, put that in there, press the greens in there, flash freeze it, and then take those out and put them in a baggie and store them. And then that's how we use our greens during the winter. So that's a good one to have. You can use a regular muffin tin. I just find that this is the perfect size for me to use. And then I've got the 2 piles of trays here. I've got the drying racks, which are wonderful to have for so many reasons. I have 3 of these, and one of the sizes is actually in the bottom of my pot that I do water bath canning in. And it holds the jars so that they're not sitting at the bottom of the pot, and so they don't break. So that's why I bought this set actually, and I don't really use these too much, but I have them, so we'll see. And then cake pans, muffin cups, which will be part of this drawer when I do that another day. And then my trivet, which is really pretty. I probably could just hang it on the wall if I wanted to, or I'll find a drawer to put that in. So this is not terribly overwhelming. I'm very happy with what this ended up being. I guess it makes sense just to go ahead and finish this project because I found the other appliance, so it's the blender, that will go and store behind the coffee pot. And then this is where I'm hoping to line up all of those muffin tins and baking sheets. I don't even have my baking sheets here right now, but all my baking sheets, the muffin tins, will go right here. Probably the cake pans will be able to go up there. So I'm just gonna do the same thing I did. I'm gonna vacuum it out, wipe it down, and then get stuff in. And then this will be a very complete project. I wasn't even sure I was gonna get to this today, but what the heck. Okay, so I still have to get my baking trays, so that is what all this space will be for. I was able to get some of the trays in there and all the cake pans and bundt pan. The only things that didn't fit are these 2 larger trays, which is fine because I'll probably put those where my cutting boards are. They used to be there. And then I just gotta find a home for the trivet, which seems like such a silly, simple thing, but like this is how it is. Everything has to have a home. So probably I'm gonna keep this aside. These will go with the cutting boards, and I will collect all my trivets for the next project and then figure out what home all of those are gonna have. I got the blender in there. So now this is just like appliances. And like I said in yesterday's video, this is probably intuitive to many people. This was not intuitive to me at all, how to use that space. All right, I worked up a sweat doing that. I don't even know why. I guess it's not because it's above 32 degrees today. All right, so I still have a nice wet soapy rag, so I'm probably gonna wipe down a few more things while I'm at it. The last thing to deal with is those pieces of parchment paper and the trivet, as I said, and I'll get those done. And then tomorrow, it'll be a new project. Thanks for being here. Appreciate you. I just sat down to edit the video and I forgot to say, because I forget to say it every single time, if you like this video, please hit thumbs up. I would love for you to subscribe so you can be aware of new videos and support the channel, and leaving a comment really helps.